even if you're gonna leave, I'm still gonna say what I was thinking. Once I get, well, if I get popular enough to do this anytime soon, I would love to be able to get in contact with some of the more popular YouTubers out there and tell them, well, not tell them, but bring up a point that because of them, it's making it a lot harder for us to repeat what they're doing. Like, they went through everything that all the smaller channels have to go through already, and have made it. They've done what they wanted to do. Get somebody to view their videos on a constant basis and enjoy it. And they have so many subscribers and so many people liking their stuff and following them that it's kind of monopolized a little bit everything. It wouldn't be bad for them to take... It doesn't have to be once a week. It doesn't even have to be really once a month. But take their time, go around and watch some of these smaller channels. And even though they would get bogged down in the comments, hey, hey, shout out mine, hey, do this, do that. It'd still be nice of them to do something of a shout out or something, because when you're starting off, it's hard to get a fan base, and then once you do, that's when it finally takes off. Once you get a certain amount of subscribers, then they start liking and sharing your stuff, and then it just kind of keeps kind of barrel rolling until you start getting a decent little group of people that actually like your stuff. And I know that he was gone. I know that he's gone. I was just trying to and wanting to get that out there because that was just what was on my mind at the time. It's not a bad thing that they've I'm using the wrong words there. Monopolize was the first one that came to mind. It's not that they aren't giving us any chance. It's that since they've been doing this more, they have a bigger fan base, and they had the time to build up a lot of money to get a lot better equipment to just have a lot better product. Where people that are just randomly starting YouTube channels, kind of like I did, it's not that there's no chance for us, it's just that because of what they did, it's just harder for us. I think because this is... Yeah, even though technically we're fighting kind of for the views, and I say kind of, there's still... I feel like this is one of those things that once you get to a certain place, you need to start helping the people behind you, or that have less subscribers and less overall views than you, to build yourself and get you up where not where they are, but give you a head start to where it helps out. Because back when certain people started, there weren't really anybody doing what they were doing. So whenever they get to do it, whenever they started, there was nobody ahead of them, really. So whenever they slowly got better, they just got more people to view their stuff earlier on because nobody else was doing it. Now that everybody else is doing it, it makes it hard for me and the turtle to get anywhere, really. I mean, I've watched the original stuff. I watched some of the first people that did Let's Plays and actually had the system of recording the game and voicing over it. And like I said, they did it first, so they get this whole group of people that are looking for something to watch without being spoiled on it to come and watch them, and then they kept growing. I've already gone over it once. I'm going to say the same thing over and over again until I decide to stop. But the point is, it's not like it's unfair for us. It's just that them doing it before us makes it a lot harder for us to actually get anywhere. It's just how it works, but in this case, it isn't a McDonald's versus Burger King. It isn't one of the companies versus companies. It's a YouTuber and another YouTuber. We should be trying to help each other out a little bit to make sure everybody who wants to do this as a living can have a shot at doing it. And are you guys even there? Hello? Nope. That's why I wasn't getting an invite or anything. I'm gonna just jump into a game. You guys are probably in a game already, not even paying attention to me. But I'm probably gonna highlight that and upload it to YouTube because it's kind of the truth of the matter. I wish it wasn't. To be perfectly honest, it'd make my job and make my YouTube stuff a lot easier. It's one of those situations that you have to face people that have already been doing it and already have a fan base and already have better equipment than you. So there's really no way to beat them except to hope that somebody finds your stuff and actually thinks that you have potential to get better, and not just that, they're willing to watch your early stuff until you get to the point where you get comfortable with yourself to be able to just continue to talk. You get the good equipment so you don't sound weird. You have better video quality, and you just learn editing and all that. Which will take a while, but because there are already people out there that have gone through this process, why wait? You can just go over and watch those guys, and ta-da! You have this beautiful finished product. But eventually, those guys are going to end up quitting. Or, well, not if it's not quitting, it's finding a different job in kind of the same thing so they don't have to stay on YouTube as much. And at times, eventually they'll get to an age where it just doesn't suit them. I mean, not to sound mean, but not too many people would want to come on here and watch a 40-year-old stream. I mean, I know there's a couple of older YouTubers, I know. It's one of those situations that most viewers of this stuff are younger than 18. So the older you get, the less you can actually connect to some of the people that are supposed to be watching your stuff. Oh, you're just gonna sit right above me and waste my time. Get down here. I'm crashing down. I don't care. I did some good damage there. Yeah, I almost wish I was recording this just for that part. And like I was saying, you can't blame the guys like Markiplier and all the guys that have millions of subscribers for this, because they started off where we did and they got a couple of breaks. But my thing is, I feel like, yeah, I knew it. I feel like they could, doesn't need to be big help. You could go in and like a video and they could go in and probably like a video and get you a couple hundred views and maybe a couple, like 20 to 30 subscribers. Anyways. I'm gonna end this now before I go on another rant. Or go on the same rant about 500 times. But I still think... I really hope that this would get out there. Just the last part of this would have gotten out there a lot more. Like I said, I'm not complaining about those guys. It's just, it's the truth that because they're popular and because they already have all the skills that you need once you get to a certain place, once you get to a certain subscriber base and certain what's the word I'm looking for? Certain amount of fans, that whenever you start off, you don't know that you need to use on. Well, you might know all this stuff, but you don't know how hard it's going to be to get adjusted to using Audacity, timing it up, doing thumbnails for each video, making an outro, possibly having an intro, making an introductory channel video, which I still haven't done. You don't know all this stuff going into it right away. You don't know how to do all this stuff, so you learn it on the way, but once you get to a certain point and you're still not growing the way you think you should be, it kind of gets a little depressing, and you eventually end up quitting, even though you might have actually had really good videos, and you just didn't get the break. Anyways, I will be, what am I thinking? What am I trying to say? I will be live streaming this weekend also. It'll just depend. If you want to know the time, I'll probably send out a tweet. So check Twitter. I mean, you can find me on Twitter at it's just Jay Lazarus. So I'll see you guys for the next stream.